dwellers drew spacecraft on the walls. It's a recurring theme. I've seen the same thing while walking late at night, and I know it's not a dream.
From Maelstrom to Manhattan, Boston to LA, there are people asking questions and they will not go away. But what has been seen might not be what it seems. The government's shadows dance in the sea.
If you tell the truth, they will ridicule everything you say and do. It's all part of a deception. It's a puppet master's tool. And I've seen those craft shut down the silos from 10 miles away. And there ain't nothing that the Pentagon can do. They can't make them go away.
From Maelstrom to Manhattan, Boston to LA, there are people asking questions and they will not go away. But what has been seen might not be what it seems. The government's shadows dance in the sea. From Maelstrom to Manhattan, New York to LA, you can't get the picture if they're pale or they're gray. But what we have seen might not be what it seems when the government's shadows dance in the sea.
If you would like to hear Night Dreams Talk Radio on your local radio station, let them know. Tell them to check out www.nightdreamstalkradio.com. And thank you.
You can advertise your business on Night Dreams Talk Radio, and you will be heard worldwide. Why not contact us at nightdreamstalkradio@gmail.com.
Roof of Broadcasting Building. Speaking from the roof of Broadcasting Building, New York City. The bells you hear are ringing to warn the people to evacuate the city as Martians approach. Estimated in the last 2 hours, 3 million people have moved out along the roads to the north. Hutchison River Parkway is still kept open for motor traffic. Floyd bridges to Long Island, hopelessly jammed. All communication with Jersey Shore closed 10 minutes ago.
Your Saturday paranormal psychic and ghost hunter.
And I hit the wrong button, which is... I am so sorry. Here's the right one.
You're listening to my friend Gary Anderson on Night Dreams Talk Radio, the best in paranormal radio.
I'm sorry about that. Hey, James, I'm not the best, I'm not the worst, but we're definitely on the radio, and I don't have my glasses on, and I hit the wrong thing on that small type. You know, when you get to a certain age, that type on the computer seems to get smaller and smaller, even if you blow it up. Anyway, Tom, you still there? Tom, are you there? Well, hopefully we didn't lose Tom. I got a funny feeling we did. Let's hang up and we will try again. And let's see. Let's give it another try. That happens. Sometimes when we go on break, they'll... And it's not ringing. What is going on? It's like, okay, well, it's saying it's not available. Got a funny feeling he's probably on hold, and we don't have him. Okay, let's try again. It's not ringing on my end. That's weird. Well, do. What can I say? For every good thing that happens, something bad happens. Gee, I'm not getting any audio. Nothing. It's like it's totally dead. Okay, Skype, what is going on? Oh, that is so weird. Let's see. Okay, well, I'm going to try one more time here with Skype. It's just like all this. That's another problem I have with Skype. It keeps updating, and each time it updates, something weird happens. Okay, it is ringing. Okay, we're doing good. I'm doing good. We'll see if he answers. He's probably on hold yet, waiting for me to talk to him.
Gary, I don't know what's going on with my phone.
I don't think it's your phone. I think it was Skype. It updated again. It's been updating every day, and it does strange things. And like I tried calling you back, and it wouldn't even make a sound on my end.
Well, I'm disappointed to hear that. I was all set to blame the NSA.
Well, it could be any. Maybe as we're talking about a subject we shouldn't be talking about. So, hey, there's rumors going on. I will say this. There was another talk show host about a year and a half ago that wanted to storm Area 51. She wanted to get all her fans to go in there and march onto Area 51. And I really got in a battle with her because I thought it was one of the craziest things anybody could ever do. And then she went off the air, and then, she's back on now, but then somebody else started this, thing about storming Area 51, and I do think it's because of what she was trying to do. They jumped on the bandwagon. But I remember back about 5 months ago, a guy went on to Area 51 through the main gate carrying something in a tarp. Now, it would turn out to be it was something he probably wanted to show him, and he walked on to the base, walked past the checkpoint, and they shot him dead, just like that. And it scares me that anybody would even want to think about charging on Area 51 to try to get the government to prove that there, are aliens and UFOs. What's your intake on this?
Would you like me to comment on that?
Please do, and make it long as you want.
Okay. I was a police officer for 23 years. I was part of the Allied Law Enforcement Emergency Response Team that got to play with all the boys and girls down at the Battle of Seattle at WTO. After being a police officer, I did 12-plus years with Boeing Security Division. I had 3 top-secret clearances, one of which was a Yankee White. I did executive protection for not only the president, but the president's plane. And I will say this to anyone that is stupid enough to contemplate rushing Area 51. You have people on the other side that have, number one, no sense of humor when it comes to that sort of thing. They have real live automatic weapons with real live ammunition, and they have orders. And if anyone thinks that they won't shoot them, they should think again, because they will. Yeah. And they won't think twice. And they won't think twice about it, Gary.
They wouldn't. Years ago, when I went up to see my friend Art, I decided I want to go up by Area 51. And there was a sign towards the end of this road. And I looked at it and go, well, I'm just going to go on this back road, just, maybe a quarter mile. And I went about a quarter mile, and all of a sudden I remember distinctly this vehicle coming the opposite direction on this, like it's a dead end type of road, because what was really funny was I went into this area. There was like a mailbox before that. So I figured, well, I'm still away from Area 51. I go on this road a little ways. Maybe I can see something, right? Whenever this vehicle come fast as it could, I got out of there, and thank God I didn't get stopped. But I got a funny feeling I went too far.
Well, the thing of it is that I had the privilege, one of the last security things that I was able to do was when Barack Obama visited the Everett Boeing plant back in 2012. I had the privilege of being chosen with several of my peers to do executive protection for him. I was part of a counter-sniper team, and I had 2 Secret Service counter snipers, and we were up 5 stories on a catwalk, and there wasn't anything that got within 300 meters of him. It was a privilege for me to do that because personalities don't enter into the question. What you're doing is you're protecting the office of the President of the United States. But the thing of it is that people have to realize it's not fun and games. You may think that it's really cool to storm an area like that, but they do have things that they really don't want you to know about, and they'll make sure that you don't find out about them. And they have very draconian ways of making sure that is carried out. So really bad idea to storm Area 51.
Well, like I try to tell this talk show host, back when she was planning to do it, I said, do you realize maybe you have a death, wannabe thing going on? But if you get it like 10 people or 100 people or 500 people, whoever knows how many show up, right? And they all decide to storm on. Well, the worst thing, let's start off with the best thing. The best thing, you're going to get arrested. Now, if you're lucky, you won't get a felony. But most likely, you're going to get a felony because you're trespassing on government property. Okay, so that'll be one that's going to be against you. 2, you could be arrested and held, for a couple days or a couple hours, but you're going to be put on a list. The worst thing that can happen to you is you get shot. I mean, look what happened at Kent State. If you get a group of, like this one group that's been on Facebook, which Facebook won't even allow it on there anymore. But this one group, this guy tried to get all these people, to storm Area 51, thinking, hey, actually it's probably going to benefit me with my business, which he has in the area, that, he didn't think of human life, because all it would take is a mass amount of people storming it. Somebody's going to freak out because they have orders not to allow anybody on. So what's going to happen? Now, these people that are guards, most of them are contract, and they are not as friendly people as like when you were on the police department. I served on the police department when I was young for 1 year, and I didn't like it because my life wasn't, put it this way, it didn't pay very good at that time, and I started thinking my life was worth more than what I was getting paid. But these people are a different caliber of people. Up here in this state of Washington, there's a place up called Squim, and up before Squim, there's a training place that the FBI uses. It's a contract place. The FBI, Special Forces, Secret Service, all go to this place and learn the newest anti-terrorist things, and how to shoot the newest weapons and all this stuff. These people are trained to one thing, to protect that property. So you go storm it, right. The odds are somebody's going to get hurt. The best case is they're not going to get killed, but somebody undoubtedly would probably end up in, maybe I'm wrong, but undoubtedly somebody would probably get killed.
Well, you're not wrong. And, having been on an emergency response team and having been responsible, for the life of the office of the President of the United States, I can tell you that the people that are in those positions take that extremely seriously. I'm laughing a little bit, but I'm laughing because it's really one of those things that people don't understand the mindset of those that are charged with protecting those areas. And there's no fun and games. I mean, if someone comes through that gate or someone goes over that fence, start singing "Near My God to Thee," because chances are you might end up on the other side, very quickly.
Well, tell me if I'm wrong. I don't want to talk about my military career, but what I did in the military was a little bit different than a lot of people did with the military. And they were trained different. And the people they brought into the organization